Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I got a little bedhead going on here, but that's okay. I was up about 1 o'clock and thinking, of course, because our minds are always going. But a while back, I did a vlog on change and how it is constant. It's never, ever at a standstill in everything. And I got a private message from somebody asking me to go a little deeper. How do we deal with change? And the process is that we don't listen to our mind is the biggest thing, because the one thing that's always changing is our mind. One day we think this, the next day we think that, or one day and our thoughts and our emotions, they're in constant flow, constant flux, constant changing. Nothing about that is who we really are. They are a part of us. Our mind is a part of us. Our thoughts are a part of us. Our emotions are a part of us. And in the description, I wrote something from the Bhagavad Gita, which is the India scriptures. And I'm going to read it for you, because not a lot of people like to read or go any further. So I'm going to read that part for you. And it comes from one of my favorite books, the Bhagavad Gita by Paramahansa Yogananda. It talks a lot about emotions and senses, our five senses, and how those try to control us, but they're not really who we are. So, change, all right? Change is constant. It's constant. So, I want to thank you for joining me this morning, and I'm going to start with this reading from the Bhagavad Gita. It says, for example, water can be heated and transformed into invisible vapors. When cooled, the water reappears as steam and then liquid, which can be refrigerated and turned into solid ice. The ice can be melted into water again. The water thus passes through different changes and forms, while yet essentially remaining the same. It is the process of change that is limited. The process of change is limited. The result forms will not survive changes. The motion in time and space that we call change is not lasting, for it does not survive time. In this world of relativity, nothing is exactly the same as it was a moment ago. It is said that one cannot bathe twice in the same stream. Heraclitus said that. It is said that one cannot bathe twice in the same stream. Everything in the universe is a stream of relativity and is the perpetual flux. In even inert objects, the constituent atoms are in constant motion, and some decay or change is taking place. Always, always, always. And in the Western world, we are so taught that stay in this job, do this, remain the same person, don't change, don't let your ideas change you, don't, so many things about stay, try to build a solid foundation. Although those are important, but the thing is we stay attached to them. There's where the biggest problem comes in. We attach ourselves to our thoughts, our emotions, our mind, and a lot of times those just take us down the wrong road, because they're not always who we are, the true identity of who we are. And so in that last video, when I was saying, I have learned to say to myself, I'm experiencing pain, I'm experiencing anger, I'm experiencing frustration, I'm experiencing joy and happiness, all those emotions and all those feelings. It's so important to realize that they're going to be gone. They're going to last for a short period of time, and then they're going to be gone. The results are never going to be the same. And yet we strive constantly to stay in a happy mode. And we strive constantly not to feel sad or depressed or upset. We live in a world of relativity. We live in a physical world, physics, okay? So you have a negative and you have a positive. And one has to catapult the other forward or get you through the other. Our true being is that which is constant, like it talked about in the water. How water, no matter how it changes into vapor or ice or water, there's an element of it that is consistent. And that is the true I am. I'm not Carrie. I'm not this body. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my emotions. The one that is truly who I am is that which is inside me, that never changes, that is the observer, the consciousness of watching this life evolve and the world go around and experiencing this life and this world. That is who I am. And so that's why I said in that last video that when I'm feeling sorrow or sadness or depressed, I don't attach myself to those emotions. I watch them. I look at them. I take a few steps back, so to speak, mentally, and put on the true I am, the consciousness of who I am, and see that, oh, this life experience is causing me pain, and I'm experiencing pain, or oh, this life experience is making me feel sad. Don't resist. Don't fight your emotions and your feelings. Their energy, everything is in constant flux, constant motion. Look at it, observe it, let it go through you. Like I said, sometimes it only takes an hour, maybe a second or two, when you say, oh, I'm feeling this. But when you attach yourself to it, of the whys you're feeling it, and not that it's always bad to look at it, because that can move us forward, but when you attach yourself to the brokenness, or believe in the happiness that, oh my God, this is such a great day, I'm feeling this euphoric happiness, I'm feeling okay with who I am today, my mind's and my thoughts not going all over the place, so I'm okay today. But those emotions are going to end. That's because they're emotions, they're feelings, they're thoughts. They never stay the same. Our mind, our emotions, our body, our molecules, the world around us is constantly changing, and yet we try to attach and stay grounded in it. The only way to stay grounded is consciously. Consciously step back and watch life evolve. If something bad happens in your life, we sit back and like, why me? Why me? What did I do? How did this happen to me? And what is this narrative that's being spread about me? Yeah, I'm talking about my own personal life. But what is this narrative? Where the hell did it come from? You have to step back and say, okay, this is just happening because we can't control life. We can't control all of change. So we have to step back and consciously say, okay, this is happening, and I'm going to deal with it, and I'm just going to watch it go. That saying that says, what you resist persists, is so true. If you resist sadness, if you resist depression, if you resist having a negative feeling, we all do. We all face negative thoughts. We all have depression. We all have sadness. We all have joy. And we all enjoy people to some degree. And then the days we all hate people, humanity. Those are normal. When you try to say, I have to be this way or I have to be that way or life has to be like this, we attach ourselves to something that we can't control. So we have to every day wake up and say, okay, it's a new day. I'm going to face a lot of different emotions and thoughts and feelings. And I'm going to allow my consciousness, my soul, whatever you want it to be, to allow the force, which I like to call, because I feel God has been so misused and so limited in what we've been taught of this dynamic divinity that is, and that has breathed into us and given us all these gifts. But we limit it. So allow that force to work in you. And don't be afraid to ask for help from angels, from whatever. Some people think the ETs, extraterrestrials, or whatever, it doesn't matter what you think. Live in your truth. Live in what builds you, creates you into what it is you want to be. But know that suffering and happiness, those are all things that not even those are going to stay the same. So if you think you're going to reach a goal and there will be no more suffering and no more sadness and that all your joys will constantly be there, surprise, ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen because we live in a world of physics. It's a physical world. It's a three-dimensional world. And everything that we go through can be so joyful or sorrowful. And it's learning to step back from both of them and know that, oh my God, I'm so thankful right now that I'm feeling this joy. And even in sorrow or depression, look at it and honor it. Because when it rises within you, it's trying to heal. It's trying to come out. The reason it's inside you is because you attached to it years ago. Whether it's abuse, whether it's anger, whether it's a divorce proceedings or how somebody treated you, when you attach or we attach ourselves to how people have treated us or how something has happened in our life, we stuff it inside. And then it becomes a burden. And we bring it up and we bring it up and we mull it over and we mull it over. And that's a normalness of humanity because we're human. But don't let it control you when it comes up. Look at it, recognize it, honor it, and say, because it came into your life for a reason. Whatever is coming into your life is coming into your life for a reason. Whether you wished it, whether you thought about it, or whether it's somebody else that is bringing it to you that you have no control of how they're acting or responding to life. I want to thank you for joining me. And it feels good to be back on. It feels good to just share. I'm not saying what I'm saying is true to point or you got to be married to it or it's rock solid. I'm saying this is what I've experienced, and I've seen how when I allow my consciousness to step in, the true I am, not what I'm labeled, Carrie Michelle Tomlinson. That's a label. That's an identity. I'm a mom. I'm a mother. I already said that. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a co-worker. I'm a worker. I have all these labels, but that's not who I am. Those are identities that the world puts on us, that society, that creation have put on us. The true I am is your consciousness, is your soul within you. And when you can look at that and you stay grounded in that and allow those emotions, all of them, just to pass through, the good, the bad, the ugly, and look at life for what it is. We are, truly, if you think about it, all actors on the stage. We are. It is what it is. May you have a blessed day, and know that all this takes inner work. All of it does. It's not easy. But life wasn't made to be easy. Our existence wasn't made to be simple and not to have to go through hard times or good times.